Okay people, this is himself, and in this video we're going to look at King's crouch throws. I'll show you 4 different applications for these, the Oki you can get, and a 100 plus damage combo related to this subject, so stick around for that. So King has 3 crouch throws. The first one we have is down 2+4, aka V-driver. This is a 2 break and it does 45 damage. Once it lands, they end up face up feet away, and from here you have some decent Oki options. Ali kick is probably your best option. It does 11 damage on the ground and 14 damage standing, and it covers everything apart from side roll right. But to cover that, we have 2 options. The first is down 4. This will hit both side rolls and people who stand, and it will also interrupt wake up kicks, but unfortunately it whiffs against back rollers and staying idle. The other option is D3. This again will interrupt both wake up kicks and hit side roll right. It will also hit idlers, but unfortunately it will whiff against back rolls and it can be blocked by standers. However, to cover that we have F+2-1. This will hit standers and back rollers, and it's fast enough to beat out wake up kicks. What you can also do is use D1 if you know they're going to stand up, and that way you'll launch them and get a burning knuckle. Since side roll right avoids Ali kick, it might be what they go for. But to counter that, we have ground throws, and in this case what you'll get is wing terror, and that does 28 damage. The second crouch throw is D1+3, aka Iron Lariat. This is a 1 break and it also does 45 damage. But because they land far away, the Oki is not so good. What I suggest is dropkick F+3+4. This will be blocked by back rollers and standers, but it does put you at +8. And while it whiffs against the get up low, it does beat out the mid, which is a bonus. To counter the low, you can use Knuckle Bomb. This will crush that option and the mid, and it puts your plus frames if they stand up or back roll. The problem though is that if they side roll, you could be vulnerable. To counter that, we can dash up into Ali kick, but the danger is that we can be interrupted by wake up kicks, and if they stood up and crouched, then we're in trouble. The third and final crouch throw is stretch bomb, and this is actually a 50-50 because you can do the DF1+3 or 2+4, and they're both different breaks. From there you can go into his chain throws, but what makes this good is that the cannonball that comes straight afterwards is unbreakable. So effectively, if they don't break the first throw, you're actually doing 40 damage rather than 25. But the thing is that the chain throw that he goes into is so long that he's probably going to get broken anyway. So personally, I'd stay away from this one. Before I go into the next section, I want to mention that my next video will be on either Ultimate Tackle or the Olympian Slam. I just haven't decided which one it'll be, so why not help me out and let me know in the comments which one you want to see. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe. That way you'll know when the video comes out and you won't miss anything. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, there are 4 ways to use these throws, and now I'm going to explain each of them. The first and most obvious way is when they're crouching. Sometimes players who can't break throws will anticipate them and duck to punish you. But why would you use crouch throws when you have safe damaging mids that do a better job? The second way is against stances. Against stuff like AOP and Hunting Bear, normal throws won't work, but your crouch throws will. The issue though is finding the right place to do it, because when someone's using stances, it's rare that they're going to leave themselves open. The only moves that I could find that give a guaranteed throw attempt are Ling's D1 transition, Leo's DB1-2 transition, and Bear Stance 1-2. The third and better method is after Jaguar step 2. On block, you're safe at -9. But on hit you're at +12 and they're forced into a crouch, so a throw attempt is guaranteed, and since the throw animations are identical, they have to guess which one you're doing. The only issue with this is finding the right place to do the Jaguar step. Now I did cover this in my triple trouble video, so you might want to check that out. There's a card in the corner and a link in the description. The fourth and final method, and what I think is the best application, is after blocking certain lows. In this game, there's numerous lows which are -12 to -13 on block, and poke characters use these to chip away at you. Now if you block one of these, your best guaranteed punish is while standing 4, which is not that bad. But if they recover crouching, what you can do is a crouch throw, and since these come out in 12 frames, the attempt is guaranteed. The only problem is that I don't think you can do stretch bomb because you actually have to stand up. But V-Driver and Iron Lariat have no problem because you're already holding down, so all you need to do is input 1+3 or 2+4. The other upside of this is that crouch throws are so rarely used here that people just don't expect them coming, and that can be enough to land them without them being broken. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned a 100+ damage combo, and here it is. Both V-Driver and Iron Lariat cause a floor break, and from there you can get some good damage. With Iron Lariat you can get 76 normally, but with Rage you can take that up to 92. With V-Driver it's 67 and Rage brings that up to 89. But what makes it favourable over Lariat is that you can get a Burning Knuckle and take that up to 103. As always, I hope you guys learned something here. If you did, then give me a thumbs up. If you think I've missed something out or got something wrong, then say so in the comments. There's more King content to come, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll see you guys in the future.